Hi everybody, it's me Samantha here today, and it is Sunday morning and I'm not super high energy right now, but I'm in the mood to put on some makeup and film, and I thought I would take you guys for the ride. We are going to play with a bunch of new to me makeup, some things I have used, some things I haven't used at all, and if you are interested in that, keep watching. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Samantha and I like to play with makeup. I'm a working mom of 3 and this is just for fun. I'm not going to take myself too seriously, and neither should you. And we're going to play with some new makeup. I have been really putting my money towards drugstore products lately, although I do have some high-end stuff here because, you know, I can't resist, but the focus really has been on drugstore stuff. So you're gonna see with that a lot of affordable products in here. And the first thing I wanted to try, I've kind of like played by touching this, but I haven't actually used it, is the e.l.f. matte putty primer. I went back and forth for a while on whether or not I wanted to get this one or the universal, because that was like in a peachy shade, but I really wanted to test out the mattifying qualities of this. So we are going to use this today. And I don't know, guys, I just lately been having a lot of thoughts about makeup, which kind of sounds a little bit weird, but I work in an office setting and in a hospital, and right now we're wearing masks and we are now wearing eye shields. I'm just going to focus this on like the T-zone area. And I've always kind of been off and on with wearing makeup to work just because I'm lazy in the morning. I have like 3 kids, and in the past I would have to like pack lunches and make sure people have their coats on and their shoes and the socks, and my kids are not like handicapped, but they need a lot of direction, and so makeup just wasn't really like that important. Also, if I did decide to like get up early to do my makeup, all the kids would gather around in my little tiny corner of my bedroom, and it was just like not comfortable to do my makeup. I think the people in my office like have gotten used to me not really wearing makeup very often, and then when I do, I love color and bright fun things, and it's kind of like a stark contrast of what they're routinely seeing from me. And I don't know, I feel like I get a lot of comments of being like, oh, you don't really need makeup, and believe me, I know that, like, I get it, but I just really enjoy it. And I don't quite know, like, I work in healthcare, but it's not like cosmetic surgery. I don't think that they quite understand that, like, we're not all trying to be Kim Kardashian, and that makeup sometimes is just fun. It's not about like changing who you are or what you look like. It's just to have like a really good time. And it's kind of made me feel like a little bit insecure, like, do I wear makeup? Do I, you know, everybody's gonna notice and everybody's gonna say something, and it's like I want to wear the makeup because it makes me feel good, and it's weird to be like, I don't want to wear makeup that people notice, because I mean, that's the makeup I like to wear. I'm like, I don't know. I think though, when you wear colorful makeup, I think people kind of see that like, oh, maybe they misinterpret it and think that you're wearing it for them because they think it's like an attention thing or something. But it's like, I just really like color, and you know, wearing brown eyeshadow when I have brown skin doesn't appeal to me much. And I know that a lot of people really enjoy like a natural look, and I can go for that every once in a while, but sometimes like you just want to look really, really fun and like I don't know, you just want to do more, do the most. And I guess, like, I don't mind if somebody's like, oh, your eyeshadow looks nice, but like the type of attention I'm getting is not like, it's like, oh, it looks nice, but you don't need to wear that. Which, it's like, I know I don't need to wear that. Are you telling me, like, low-key that it's ugly? Is it bad? Or like it feels kind of negative in a way. And I don't know. I don't quite know how to feel about it. I just know that it makes me feel uncomfortable in a type of way. You know what I mean? And also, like, comments of like, oh, you have too much makeup. You don't need any more makeup. If I was to be like, oh, I'm buying this, that, and the third. And I'm thinking, you don't need to go to Old Navy and buy another pair of slacks. Or you don't need to, like, go to wherever and buy, like, you know, another wig or another this or another that, or like anything. None of us do, but we want to. Like, there's nothing wrong in that. You don't need to get your nails done. You don't need to get your hair done. We just like to do it because it makes us feel good about ourselves, or it makes us feel like we're being pampered. Like, why is it so hard for people to be like, to understand that you're spending money on something that you really enjoy? And then at the same point in time, these are the same people who they need to buy everything new, that they never use anything like hand-me-down, which I'm that person. I love to, like, not that I can't buy my kids clothes, but if somebody's going to give me some hand-me-downs that look really great, like, that excites me. I don't have to go spend money on, like, extra pairs of pants for myself if a friend of mine has a pair of jeans that she wants to give me. Like, I'm all about that. There's no shame in that for me. So it's like kind of weird to be like, don't spend your money, but they're like out there spending their money. And it's like, you know, just because I choose to spend my money on makeup doesn't make it like a complete waste. And if I want to wear makeup, doesn't mean I want to like change who I am or what I look like. Yeah, I just been feeling kind of a type of way. This is the Flower Beauty new Get Real Serum Foundation. I like it, but I will tell you it doesn't last all day. Like, this is not a work foundation. This is not a mass foundation. It can get quite dewy, and I like it. I just don't love it. You do need to like set it if you're gonna like go someplace and be wearing it all day. And as you can see, it's a very light to medium coverage. So yeah, I just kind of been feeling a little judged for purchasing makeup, and you know, I don't think that that should be the case. You know, it shouldn't even be like a topic of discussion necessarily. Like, I just don't understand why it's like bothers other people, or I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it does make me feel kind of awkward. And I don't need to explain to people that I'm frugal in all these other ways. Like, you know what I mean? To be like, I need to justify why I spent money on this thing. I'm frugal in all these other ways. It's like, okay, well, people take vacations all the time that I don't take, or people, and then I find myself doing that. Like, oh, I'm justifying it because you do this and you do that, and it's like, and I don't do any of those things. It's like, I shouldn't have to do that. Like, I work hard for my money, and I could spend it how I want to spend it, and I enjoy beauty. And I don't think people quite understand that. So yeah, I've been kind of just feeling a little kind of frustrated that people don't quite understand, or that their lack of wanting to understand. And I don't know, just call me loca, but I just feel like we should be able to do whatever we're doing. Like, if I was like putting myself in debt and asking my friends for money so I can buy Natasha Denona, like, I'd be like, okay, you can judge me and talk shit. But when that is obviously not the case, then it's like, Come on. Let's just be friends. You know, when you get your nails done, you got a pretty design and I compliment you, like, compliment my eyeshadow, and then, like, let's leave it like that. You know what I mean? Which I do have some friends that are like that. They're really great about, like, you know, I love that, you know, it looks so nice. And they don't judge, but I don't know. And some days I do feel really good without makeup, but I don't need it. And some days it's not about, like, this morning I didn't feel like my skin looked horrible and then I needed to put makeup. I just was like, you know what? I really want to play with an eyeshadow palette. I really want to put some stuff on my face and, like, see if I love it. I've been trying out this e.l.f. Halo powder in medium, and I actually really been enjoying it. I know that that's like a cult favorite for a lot of people at the drugstore, but I was slacking. I think I had tried this previously, but I don't think I gave it enough shot, and I want to say that the one that I had had like some kind of shimmer in it. And I don't know if that's really the case or if I'm just imagining that, but... And that concealer I was using is the new e.l.f. Brightening Concealer, which I am really loving for those no makeup days, because it does a really good job just kind of like concealing some of these like little acne marks if I want to just do that and walk out the door. Cover up my nightmares under my eyes just enough. So I'm thinking my complexion looks pretty good. We're gonna go in with, I don't know why my throat does that. It's like this weird gurgling all the time. The Soul Body in the shade Dark. I wanted to get the medium dark, but it was sold out. But I actually think this is gonna work out just fine. I feel like using this Fenty brush with it will look nice. It's kind of hard to pick up on the brush. I'm just gonna stamp it and then blend it out because I don't know. Kind of looks like I put a lot and I don't want to just pile it on one spot, so I feel like this is the safer route, is to just dab, and then when I feel like it's pretty clean, then go back to that area. Kind of like bunches up in the almost at the center of the brush. Again, I'm just gonna blend that until I feel like the brush is clean, and then go back, because I don't want to add more. I just want to. That looks super stunning. Get that like little gobble neck right there. Yeah, I think that color is kind of perfect for my skin because it really blends itself out really easy. It has like a balmy texture. It's just slightly tacky, but like not tacky enough that I don't think hair or anything is going to stick to it. Yeah, so I have personally made a point for myself to have makeup like my only vice. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, I've been doing lots of declutters since the beginning of time, and I continue to do so. I constantly have a like spot in my room where the kids, my husband, myself throw all kinds of things, from like kitchen stuff to clothing to just different kinds of things to donate on a regular basis of things that we have. And I spend a lot of time like really being conscious and curating the things that we are bringing into the house. So how many shoes we're buying for the kids and ourselves, and you know, clothing for ourselves, especially myself, because I find that I used to purchase a lot of stuff like that. It was like a fantasy, things I wanted to be able to wear that I really knew I wasn't ever going to wear and stuff like that. Expensive sneakers, like I used to be huge into collecting basketball sneakers when I was younger, and now it's more like, you know, I have the ones that I love that are pretty old, and if I want to put something new in there, I need to get rid of something. And I think in the last year I've gotten one pair of new basketball sneakers. So I've been more, and I've gotten rid of probably a dozen pair of shoes to that one that I've repurchased. So I'm not repurchased, one that I purchased. So I do still have a lot of things in my house, but I've been taking more accountability into what I'm bringing in and being a little bit more thoughtful about that. And so when I buy things that are just makeup or beauty stuff, I feel like in my mind I have justified it because this is the area, the one area that I've kind of allowed myself to kind of go a little crazy. Call me loca. Like to just go and do what I want, buy what I want, fulfill those desires and wants and needs for myself. And I feel like it's an easier place because my pant size change all the time, and you know, my hair products, my hair changes per season, and I don't need to try 3 different shampoos. I can try one shampoo, but I can put a different eyeshadow on my eye and exude a different part of my personality, or just cheer myself up with makeup. And so for me, I've justified that makeup is that area of my life that, you know, I got to do. Some people it's pedicures, mani-pedis every 2 weeks and this, that, and the third, and that's fine. Just know that this is where I want to do that. Like some people buy expensive clothing all the time. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself if you have the funds to do so. And I don't think, you know, if you want to do in multiple areas and you can do that, like you go. I am not, I don't have that kind of money, that kind of wallet to be buying expensive shoes, expensive clothes, expensive makeup, expensive everything, and getting my nails done and my hair dyed and all that. So this is where I've chosen to spend my little bit of coin. I just feel like maybe it's the Instagram mentality, maybe it's the Kim Kardashians of the world who've kind of given like beauty a little bit of a bad rep, or just, you know, exaggerated that whole mentality that you need to like change your whole face to be beautiful, and that makeup can do that. And I think people kind of project those feelings onto you if you're like a really makeup like lover, and it's like we're not all like that. And I just think too, like with the whole situation where people are becoming more minimalistic, and I do feel like a lot of my mentality is kind of moving in that direction in a lot of ways, doesn't mean that everything in our life has to be minimalistic. And to be minimalistic doesn't mean that you look plain all the time. There are minimalist people out there who wear who have tiny little wardrobes and everything is bright and colorful, who have makeup. There's people who have hundreds of books but everything else is very minimalized. Like there's no definition to that in well-being, and I think you got to do what makes you happy and what's going to bring you joy, right? We all know that from Miss Marie Kondo. She taught us that we need to keep what brings us joy. Right now makeup brings me a lot of joy. I just wish that like when I wore makeup it didn't, like, I don't know, like give people the wrong impression, I guess. You know, I've also had like friends of mine be like, oh, I love makeup and I just wear like the same, you know, I love wearing 10 shades of brown on my eye and blending it to perfection. But like saying it in a way like, oh, if you wear colorful eyeshadow, you really don't know how to blend or something like that. And I'm just like low-key insulted. And I'm like, you know, just because you don't understand the desire to be colorful and bright doesn't mean that like it's wrong. I think we all have our tastes and our preferences. I have a darker complexion, and when I put shimmery browns and golds, it looks beautiful, but it also looks like almost nothing on my skin, and I enjoy wearing color. As I'm talking shit about neutrals, I am going to use the new Star Wars Colourpop collab, the Child's palette from Mandalorian, and this is full of neutrals. But I'm a huge fan of this show, and I'm just really excited. If you are watching the season 2, you will know that a lot of the names in this palette are stuff from this season. The Little Frog, Float Your Crib, The Force, Just a Little Tatooine, Precious Cargo, I mean, Sipping Soup. There's just so many like little bits of the season in this, and I just think the packaging is cute. Little baby Yoda, not baby Yoda, is very cute. So we're gonna play with this. I purchased this month in November, and I just got it, and then I kind of let it sit around. So this is gonna be the first time I'm playing with this. I think I am gonna go in with Baby Face, which is this center green color. I was kind of nervous about this because I honestly I forgot to put eye primer. I had the worst. I'm carefully putting the brush down because it already has shadow on it, and I don't want to lose that shadow. I had like the worst luck with the Aurora palette from Colourpop. It's just so chalky, and I felt like even when I got the pigment on the color on my lid and blended it and it looked nice, I could like see it fade before I was even done with the eye look, and I was just like, this is not it. So I'm hoping, essentially I'm just hoping that this is not a flop. I'm gonna use this Ultimate Eye Base from Revolution Pro. I put in an order with them last month because I really enjoyed that little quad that I had, and I wanted to get other ones. So I decided to purchase a few other things. Some things I haven't yet to play with. I have used this. I don't know the longevity of it because I haven't really put it to the test to wear an eyeshadow with it all day and night, but it does go on really nicely. And I will say that once I put this primer on my eye and it starts to settle in, sometimes it does get a little warmer. I feel like I could have went in with a lighter one, but I'm not gonna complain because it's not bad. But I do feel like shadow goes on it really beautifully. And I prefer to use my finger with primer. I just feel like you can really feel how thin you're getting it if you're getting it thin enough, because I find with eye primer or eye base, whatever you want to call it, it kind of, if it's a little thick, you're gonna get creasing, which is what you're trying to avoid. So you want it to be really thin but still be present. So I just feel like with my finger I can get a control and I can actually feel it, as opposed to using a brush and kind of guessing what it looks like, and you don't know if you're like overly buffing it away or not applying enough. So with that being said, I'm sitting next to a window and it's just so very bright out, which I'm not going to complain about. It's almost December, and we got beautiful sunlight out there. So we're gonna put in that shade, which is called Baby Face. All right, we're gonna go in with a brand spanking new clean brush, and we're gonna start on this side, and we're gonna go into that minty shade that's in the center called Baby Face. And I'm gonna put that above the crease. It is very, very dusty. A lot of kickback on the palette. It's not the end of the world, but it's definitely there. I do like the way that is showing up. I'm gonna put a little bit right here because I'm gonna add a brown, and I don't want it to, I want to have a little bit more control. I don't want it to just stick on and be so severe. So I just put a little, brought that down a little bit more. I have to stop chatting so much when I'm doing my eye look because I will mess it up. So now we're gonna go into Droid Protocol, which is this brown in the corner. It looks deeper in the pan, but I find like it's kind of powdery. I'm not getting, turning my head a little so I can see better in the lighting. I kind of have like a saggy lid here, so I tend to get some skipping in the shadow, so I'm just trying to like blend that out a bit. And I'm gonna go back in with that Baby Face shade with the first brush and just bring that back. So I think that looks good. It's not very intense. And then I'm going to go in with Little Frog, which is this green here. It's kind of a matte, but it has a shimmer in it a little. So these, I feel like sometimes you have to pack it on in order to not lose the glitter. Oh, and this is like more of a true like khaki olive green. I'm gonna go back in with the M506 and bring in that brown a little. So packing it on looks really, really beautiful, but as you can see, it doesn't, I want you to focus somewhere. It doesn't have the shimmer. The shimmer kind of swipes away quite a bit. I don't know why sometimes they bother to put like little sparkles like that in a matte shade, because they don't tend to stay on the lid unless you're putting like a glitter glue, which you don't always want to use a glitter glue with a matte shade. But anyway, we're gonna go in with Sipping Soup, which looks like similar to the shade but just a shimmer version. So we're gonna put that on top, just kind of on the center, in between the brown, and we're gonna leave that matte green kind of in the corner of the eyelid. I think that looks pretty. And then we're gonna take, so there's this one's Right Hand Mando. It's more gold. Let me swatch, and then this one is, no, sorry, Right Hand Mando and then Precious Cargo. Right Hand Mando has a little bit of that green in it, and the Precious Cargo is definitely more gold leaning. I'm gonna go in with Right Hand Mando and just stay with kind of that green vibe. This rounded detail brush from Cashapp. I call these like bullet brushes because I feel like the tip kind of looks like a bullet. I'm going to take that and go into right hand Mando and then put that in the inner corner. And then I always bring my inner corner a little bit up because my eyelid kind of creases and folds over there. So my inner corner just, it would look weird if I just put it here because I would have this space. So I just kind of fill in the space. It's not that adventurous. See what I mean? Like when I do little neutral looks, it doesn't bring me the kind of joy like glitter and sparkle and dual chromes and crazy stuff brings me. It'll look okay. It'll look good. It's not that I have any problem with this palette. I like intense. So we're gonna do the lower lash line. I'm just gonna bring in that baby face and the Droid Protocol to the lower lash line. Okay, so we are going to finish this side to match and call it a day. Liner in my waterline. I probably should have done it before I put mascara on, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I have a bunch here from Colourpop, and then I also have this one from Flower Beauty, and I think I'm gonna go with the Flower Beauty one. This is in what they call, I think, like Wake or something. Moonstone. I've been looking for like a color like this for the waterline for so long, but hadn't really taken the plunge to purchase one, so we will see. This is the first. Alright guys, so this is the final look using this little cute Colourpop Mandalorian and the Child palette. I'm really excited. I got to use a lot of really new cool things here. The Natasha Denona highlighter, using my Milani Cheeks Kiss and Nude Kiss cream blush, the Soul Body bronzer. Just so many really interesting products. And if you like this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up and to hit that subscribe button, so that you can come back and see more videos with me. I really like hanging out with you, and until next time, thank you. Bye.